But the purpose is to transform politics so that it responds to issues, so that it is, amenable to reason, so that, the democratic space is not affected in the process. So all these are important and vital questions that need to be completely raised, they must be completely addressed. One way is to negotiate even with political parties, negotiate with government. You cannot. Which is the best way to negotiate with politics and state? That is open for debate. But then you cannot say that, they should be completely exist as two isolated segments, insulated from each other. I don't think that is ever possible. And then, of course, the Telangana, you may say that, we haven't gone too far and Telangana society has not changed so much. But then one of the fundamental contradictions that Telangana ever faced was this dominant classes which imposed a set of economic policies that resulted in marginalization, that resulted in suicides. And this is a question that needs to be addressed. So the first important step is to cross the line. We have done that. But then that doesn't mean everything will be automatically solved. That is the first condition so that you can deal with the other issues. It is at this stage we must continue to take up the other issues, fight for those other issues. That is crucial at this particular juncture. So I am not saying everything has changed and Telangana will suddenly become a heaven. That's not possible at all. I have tried to explain elaborately that there emerged a contradiction in the integrated state between the property classes of coastal Andhra and marginalized communities of Telangana. This contradiction was addressed by the Telangana movement. It resolved that contradiction. I am not saying it has been completely resolved to the satisfaction of everyone. It needs to be taken up very seriously because the attempt to impose these policies through the back door will continue. That's number one. Number two, that the changes in economic and social policies will not take place automatically unless and until there is also a political struggle. See, there emerges another important contradiction with the formation of Telangana. On the one hand, we have the democratic emergence of conscious, people with their own leadership and with their own organization. But on the other hand, we have a political leadership that is undemocratic, not responding to the demands of the people, and strongly believes that they have the necessary skills and the necessary capacity to take decisions without even consulting people. And so therefore this contradiction definitely arises. In some form or the other, the question is that this is the contradiction. And where do we stand in this particular context? That is what we need to decide. And we decided to continue the mobilization of the people in order to transform the society, work for a social revolution. I think that kind of a transformation needs to take place, and that transformation, JSC is the one form that is readily available. And very few states in the country that you have a non-party forum that is very powerful and which is taken very seriously by the government. It rarely happens. And this is one context in which we have a non-party forum that is as influential as any other political party, and that is taken as seriously as by any other political party. So this is one important outcome of the Telangana movement. I am not saying, this is an inherent greatness of TJSD, but this is an outcome of Telangana initiation. People who are conscious of their rights, who have their own local leadership, who possess their own local organizations in order to fight for their rights, and they are not willing to keep quiet. Even in the case of district, they are not willing to keep quiet at all. They are asking questions, very fundamental questions are raised, and I am sure that, in the next few months, this agitation also will intensify for major shift in the government's policy. That intensify will also agitation in the next few months. I would say, on BJP's position, again, within Telangana movement, there are three different streams. There is one group which believes that formation of a separate state is the solution to the backwardness of the region. There is a second group which believes that formation of a separate state results in small states that are more efficient in the long run. So it is a solution to improve the governance, and BJP belongs to that category. And there is a third group which believes, that this is not merely a contest, a solution to backwardness, a solution to, or some kind of a method to improve the governance. The third group, which was predominant, it fought for the control over the resources. So that becomes more crucial, and that results in, that leads the movement. That ideological stream plays a dominant role in the Telangana.